They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Hands, thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they got it on. Smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got audience.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
54. Junior John Mike by four. Let's put him on the punches.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing again on second and 10. Haskins, he'll rifle this one deep. And got his man, complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Ben Gideon in on the stop. On second down, it's Thompson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but now it's third and goal. On third and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Vikings 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Watch the pass. Watch twins. 36.
Now Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these.
And that's caught inside the 30. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 43 yards.
Number 53. And they got 48. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the... Ten at the 11. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Play action now. Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet in bounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 in bounds in the NFL.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them.
And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it here with Thompson. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 27, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Open man. It's Vernon Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he's got some space here. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, check. Lucky. Hey, can.
Cousins now. He's got his man on the crossing route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
At the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A toss play. This is Peterson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Third and 2, now Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. That one goes for 8 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They go play action here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now it's Haskins, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception. Cook strip, the ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now Haskins to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Check it back.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Stephen Weatherly drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Cousins on first down. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That'll be complete to Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Haskins on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a run with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And some space here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Peterson, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Redskins 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 20. 7-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They start the drive with Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Harris on the tackle. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 19-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Peterson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watching you find. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Again, Peterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Jet bomber.
First and 10.
On first down, it's Kelly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Kelly to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Kelly. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
54. Right there. 53. Watch the slant. Sponge. Echo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Single. Check 24. Check 24.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Kelly to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their time. Timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a run with Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To Thompson on the draw. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What
it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Extra point up and good by Bailey as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Haskins going to try to throw it. He's got Thompson here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Give me the ball every time, fellas. I'm going to score.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a